couple of things that crypto has been very good at doing is creation of communities and creation of markets very quickly. Like you can create a market for pretty much anything by opening a pool, like seeding liquidity to it and adding incentives to it on the gauge, and doesn't necessarily need to have like anything gigantic, but essentially the tools that the industry have been building are very efficient at creating small markets quick and add liquidity. Now, if you find this from the perspective of somebody who wants to raise a form of debt, person would come to us and say, well, we can do two things. First, like we can sell some of our debt on the crypto market. We tokenize it, we put it into those DeFi pools, we add a little bit of yield to it to attract some people to ape into the pools. And in addition, like everybody who owns this debt becomes somewhat tied to us in the form of a community. So you can turn those people into customers. You can have like something that was very difficult to do in previous way of doing businesses and raising debt through banks would be like, well, now you can consider this as a new way to acquire customers. You can like decide that, well, those people will be paid by you because they will like have essentially access to your yield. And in addition to this, they have somehow like another link to your company, as instead of owning their product, they own your debt. And you can prop this market rather quickly by just leveraging the DeFi tools. What I mean is that we have constructed all those things for essentially like tokens and protocols. And this whole infrastructure can now be used by companies to do something that nobody really has thought about. And I'm just giving you an idea in 5 minutes, but we can have found many, many more like this. And this only happened because now we can tokenize real-world assets. So from a company perspective, we can think about better customer acquisition channels, like going to this, like without even having to go into customer surplus, like you were talking about, like even just going into a normal customer already existing. You can just like federate customer, go for customer acquisition, and have a different way of paid customer acquisition channels just through tokenizing your assets.